Welcome back to PropertyLimBrothers. Today we are in District 19 Serangoon area and we're going to tour you to one of the most popular developments right here in Singapore known as the Minton. We have a 3-bed, 3-bath to showcase to you today at 1335 square feet. Just 10 minutes by bus away from Serangoon MRT station, which consists of the North East line as well as the Circle line. So if you are a small family or a young couple, you're looking for a 3-bedder here at the District 19 Serangoon area, then this is something that you do not want to miss out on. Let's go and check it out. Now welcome to this 3-bed, 3-bath at the Minton. Now before we get into the interior portion of the home, allow me to share with you a little bit more on the facts of the Minton. So this is a 99-year leasehold development that TOP'd in 2013. The lease actually starts from 2007, which means that you have a very healthy balanced lease of around 81 years left. Now in terms of the Minton, we are located within the District 19 Serangoon zoning. In total, you have 1,145 units. And allow me to just share with you a little bit more on the concept of large-scale developments. Now, whenever we look at condominium projects here in Singapore, you can own condo projects of different sizes. For example, you do have boutique projects that are below 100 units. You have small-scale projects, medium-scale projects, as well as large-scale projects. And large-scale projects are usually projects that have above 1,000 units. Now, what you will find is that you only have 24 developments in the entire Singapore that has above 1,000 units. Now, you may be wondering, Faruuq, what is the advantage of owning a large mega-scale development? Now, the advantage is that because of the higher amount of units within the condominium project, that drives the transactional volume within the condominium itself. That means that the bank valuations can actually go up at a very consistent rate. So because of the high transactional volume, that actually gives you more room and more potential for capital appreciation. So this is an extremely good feature and an extremely good thing to look out for. Let's say you are looking for capital appreciation within a condominium property. Alright, now let's get into the interior portion of the home. You will be greeted with this really nice foyer area that the owners have already done up. 7 panels of cabinetries. This is a great area if you want to fit in your shoe racks as well as all your accessories. You even have a small settee area to prepare before you head out. Now stepping into the main living zoning, what we have here is a landscape layout. Basically, you have your dining area right behind your entire living area, so that gives a landscape feel towards the whole living and dining area. This is a layout that you do not find in most condominiums in today's day and age, because most condominiums have a portrait kind of layout where the living and dining is actually right adjacent to each other rather than a combined kind of setup. Now in terms of the total width of this combined living and dining area is around 6 meters in length. Now going into the main living zoning itself, you have a beautiful TV feature wall that the owners have already been done up with some nice ambient lighting. Creates a warm feel towards the entire home. You have a 3-seater sofa. The space that's available over here, you definitely can fit in L-shaped sofa or even a U-shaped sofa. Now here at the Minton, you do have 3 main kinds of floor plans. So the first one is a portrait kind of layout at 1216 square feet. This is where you have your living and dining right beside and adjacent to each other rather than a front and back kind of setup. You also have a combined wet and dry kitchen. Now the second layout you have is a 3-bedder dual key at 1453 square feet. So this is the largest floor plate that you will have here at the Minton if you're not looking for a ground floor unit or a penthouse unit. In terms of the 3-bedder dual key setup, some of the space has already been allocated towards the kitchenette space in the studio area. In the main 2-bedder portion, your living and dining area is slightly more compact. Now in terms of the differences between this layout as well as the 1335 square feet, you get a combined landscape living and dining area, and the difference is that for the kitchen area, you actually have a segregation of the dry kitchen zoning as well as the wet kitchen zoning. So you do have additional kitchenette space for this layout. Of course, if you do prefer a more portrait kind of layout, then you can go for the 1216 square feet. But if size and space is really your priority, then I think that the 1335 square feet is something that you can consider. Now let's step into the main balcony zoning, north-south facing, and this is facing towards the Charlton and Aroozoo landed enclave at Serangoon. It is a really beautiful, quaint and quiet landed view. So if you're looking for privacy, you're looking for somewhere a little bit more quieter, this is a facing that you really enjoy. Now in terms of the actual balcony space, the owner has already fitted in a huge wooden dining table. This just places emphasis on how much space in the balcony area. You have zip track that has already been done up towards the balcony area. You also have 2 2 panels of storage spaces, so this just adds a really nice touch. Step into the main dining zoning. You have a huge table that's already been fitted in. 6-seater dining set. Now looking at the space that's available here, definitely no issues fitting in an 8-seater or a 10-seater. You can also fit in a circular dining table if that was something that suits your preference as well. Now the owners have smartly built in this carpentry feature to really segregate the main living as well as dining zoning. I think this is a really great additional feature. Now right behind me is where you can find the bay window area for the main dining zoning. Now in terms of some of the value-added enhancements that the owners have already fitted in, you do have a display cabinet, have cove lighting right above me, and this is a consistent theme across the entire home. Now let's step into the main kitchen zoning. One of the advantages of the 1336 square feet kind of layout, do have an additional dry kitchen. Owners have renovated this entire portion. You do have a sintered stone countertop as well as dark navy blue design cabinets, and I think this adds a touch of luxury towards the entire dry kitchen zoning. You have a 2-door fridge that has already been fitted in, and right towards my left here is where you have a bar counter kind of area. This is where you can fit in your coffee machines as well as your wine glasses and anything you like to display as well. Now let's go to the main wet kitchen zoning. So a similar theme across the entire dry and wet kitchen. You do have a sintered stone countertop coupled with the dark navy blue cabinetry design. You have a cooker hood and hob from Brent, and right towards my back here is where you can find your sink area. Right in front of me is where you can find a huge window, and I think this is absolutely incredible if let's say you are doing heavy cooking, as it allows you to dispel all your fumes after cooking a storm for your family. Right towards here is where you can find the home shelter area, and right behind here is where you have the entire yard zoning if you want to dry your clothes. Over here is where you have your washer, a Stegen rack that has already been fitted in, but if let's say you do want to have a washer dryer kind of design, I think that there's plenty of space that's available over here. Have the additional WC zoning as well, so if let's say you do have a helper, I think this is a really great area for her as well. Now let's talk a little bit more on the location. So we are in District 19 Serangoon zoning. Just 10 minutes by bus will lead you to the main Serangoon MRT station. That is where you have the Circle Line as well as the Northeast Line that links you to the other parts of Singapore. In terms of your amenities and malls within the area, you do have Next Shopping Centre, you have Upper Serangoon Shopping Centre as well as your Heartland Mall. Now in terms of your schools that are within 1 kilometre of this development, you have Paya Lebar Methodist Girls' School as well as Xinhua Primary School. If you are looking at groceries within the immediate vicinity, you have NTUC FairPrice, and if you are driving, you will find that PIE is just about 4 minutes drive away. Really convenient if you were to go through the Upper Paya Lebar Road. Let's step into the first common bedroom. Now the owners have already converted this entire area into a study kind of zoning facing towards north. Now in terms of the furnishings, you already have a study table and a study chair really nicely towards here. Huge windows that allow so much light and ventilation. Now in terms of the storage space that is available, you do have 3 panels of cabinetries. The parquet flooring has already been really well maintained by the current owners. Alright, now let's step into the common bathroom. What you will find about this common bathroom is that this countertop has already been well renovated. They've actually converted it into like a marble-like design. Now in terms of the actual sizing and the layout of the common bathroom, the shower area has already been segregated from your main WC and sink area. On top of that, you do have additional storage spaces behind the mirrors as well. So for the second common bedroom, the owners have utilized the bay windows that are located in the rooms to convert this entire area into a platform bed. This gives additional storage to the entire room. A super single size bed can definitely be fitted in. You already have dedicated storage spaces that is located below the platform bed as well as toward corner of the room. So it just places emphasis on the amount of storage that you do have in this room. Still can fit in a small study table. The room has already been really well maintained. Similar to the first common bedroom, the second common bedroom also has 3 panels of cabinetry spaces. Now, one of the features that I would like to highlight about this room is that there are cove lighting features that have already been installed towards here. Now, this is a consistent theme for all of the bedrooms, all the way to the master bedroom as well. And I love this because this just adds a very warm and ambient feel towards the entire common bedroom and master bedrooms. let's step into the main bedroom in the house, the master bedroom. Now, as you enter toward my right over here, this is where you can find the main master bathroom. Just have a look at the amount of space that's already been fitted in here towards the master bathroom. Now, all your fixtures still in really good condition. You have your standing shower, you have your WC, and you have your sink area towards the back over here. This is also renovated by the current owners, so it really adds a very nice and luxurious feel towards the entire master bathroom. You have 4 panels of cabinetry located below the sink area, and you also have 3 panels of storage cabinetry behind the mirror set over here. So this is an extremely huge master bedroom area. Now the total width of the master bedroom is about 4.4 meters, and the total length from this wall all the way towards the back here is about 2.9 meters. You have a king size bed that's already been fitted in, and even after fitting in 2 side tables, you can see that there's so much space still available. That just places emphasis on the amount of space that you have available. Even can fit in an entire massage chair towards here. Now in terms of the facing towards the Aroozoo landed enclave. Furthermore, this is north-south facing as well, which means you get extremely good ventilation that comes into the entire master bedroom. Now in terms of the bay window utilization, the owners have converted this entire area to a mini work area, as well as adding on additional storage cabinetry towards that corner. Now just adding on to the amount of storage space that you have here in the master bedroom, you have 4 huge panels of cabinetry spaces for your clothing needs as well. Alright, that concludes the home tour. Just to summarize on today's home tour, this is the Minton, a 3-bed 3-bath at 1335 square feet. You are just 4 minutes drive away from PIE, 10 minutes bus ride away from the main Serangoon MRT of the Circle Line, as well as the Northeast Line. You have a beautiful view towards the Aroozoo, as well as Charlton landed enclave, as well as a landscape dining and living layout, and this is extremely rare layout that you will find in today's market. So if you'd like to come down for a physical viewing, then do give myself or Colleen a call. Our contact details are located right below here. Thank you all so much for staying through to the end of this home tour with me. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, as well as our TikTok. So my name is Faruuq, PropertyLimBrothers, always happy to show you the place. So if you are keen, as well as, actually this one I need your help, I don't know how to pronounce. Xin Yue, is it? Done. Good. Location.